So I purchased an electric pump and I noticed that my gasoline engine pump was leaking, so I thought, well, if I put it in the yard sale, I'll just go ahead and fix it so the new owner doesn't have to deal with it. And wow. So there is the pump, and the pump, I don't see it as being sold separately. So I can't find a pump on at least these low-end units. Maybe on the larger commercial size units they might sell the pump separately, but definitely not here. And like I said, in general, I really haven't seen them too much. Now the pump heads I've seen all over the place. You can definitely buy them. You know, you just find out your part number for the pump head assembly and you can purchase the head separately. However, since these have really gone up in price because of inflation and everything, I really don't want to throw $100 at this thing and then get $10 for it in the yard sale or some stupid thing like that. So I was really surprised what I found. So here it is, out and cleaned up. It was extremely dirty in here, and I'll show you what I found. All right, so when you take the pump head off, there is what they call a water pump bushing. Now this does not come with the head here. And I said I couldn't find pumps, so I started looking around for these parts, and I really couldn't find them anywhere. So now I'm looking at a pump assembly. I got to buy the pump and the head because these are the parts that are damaged, and I'll show them to you. These are good ones. Notice how they're oriented. The flat goes on to the water seal, so that's what it is. This is the water seal. So one of the three was leaking, and I'll show it to you in a second. You see how it's shaped. It's almost like a seal ring, thus water seal kit. So that goes on there, and then the bushing goes on top. And again, like I said, I couldn't find them anywhere. They didn't. I would assume they would come with the pump, but you can't buy the pump. And when you buy the head comes like this. Oh, look, there's none there. All right, so what do? Well, I actually found these, and I'll show you. All right, let me put it on my rag so that you can get a contrast here. So this is what failed. You can see it looks all chewed up because the pump goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So that is just tore up. The top side looks worse than the bottom side. I mean, it is just totally screwed up. I said, okay, so I'll get these. I found these on Amazon. All right, so I'll get some. Come in packs of 6. You can. I think I saw a 3-pack. Prices vary. I didn't really care. But then I started looking, and I said, what the heck is going on here? Look at that. It's all chewed up. It's all melted and everything. Let's look at one that is still acceptable. You can see where it's marked in black. That one has a little, that one's chewed up a little bit too, isn't it? Look at that. That's chewed up a little bit. I see a ridge there. Well, I'm going to have to be real careful on reassembly. So that's chewed up and it's starting to melt. So that one was starting to fail. What about the third one here? Let's take a look at that. Yeah, I see it too. Can you see that? It's all built up on the inside there. So all 3 of them were failing. Good thing I bought these too. So anyway, I didn't know what they were called, and I hunted and hunted and hunted, and I accidentally came across them on Amazon. Now, I don't know how you search on the internet anymore. It's just gotten so freaking crazy. Google has become so horrific. you search for something and it goes to business advertisements instead of the information that you're looking for. So, you know, things I guess everybody's getting desperate for money right now. But anyway, so I finally found these. I got them on Amazon. It was like 6 for $10 or something. Same thing with the seals. And I was able to get them, so I'm going to reinstall them. I'm going to lubricate them up really well. We put some Vaseline on there or something. I don't know. We'll get them all fixed up and reassembled and put on there. So, but anyhow, I just wanted to let you know that when your pump is leaking water, that's usually the cause. Also, that is why you do not run it with a deadhead. You do not want to have it running and no water flowing through, because that cools everything off. And I don't do that, and it still failed. So I'm really confused about that as to why I went through so much trouble to try and prevent this, and it failed anyway. So, oh well, I don't know what to tell you. So, let me get the parts. I'll show them to you, and we'll reassemble. Okay, parts are in. Let's take a look at them. Got them on Amazon. You might not be able to see it too well. I'll pull them out. You know, it's like a seal ring. You know, one side has like a groove in it, if you will, no spring, and the other side looks like a washer, if you wear like a garden hose washer thingy. And let's see, oh, made in China, so you better get them before we can't get them anymore. And made in China really doesn't have the name of what they are in here. Let me open up the package. Looks like it's just as easy to open it up like a letter. Well, that took forever. Yeah, that's them. 2 packs of 3. Yeah, and it's easy to remember how it goes. These grooves is the leak path. I've shown those earlier too. So let me get a black background here. So that is your leak path. So these will be up and towards the pump. This is down onto the washer. Alright, reassembly. Alright, we'll just do some last cleaning, pick up any pieces of dust and dirt and everything that still might be loose in there. Really not using any chemicals or cleaning the whole body. You can see that's pretty dirty. Not too worried about it. The valves in there, I didn't change those out. They're available. They're actually extremely difficult to get out. There's like an O-ring on the bottom of it, so I don't know how they're seated in there. I know you can take like this piece out and this piece out, and you know, kind of maybe push it out this way, and you know, get in here and push them out through here, but you know, it's working fine. I don't want to deal with it. Alright, now comes the fun part, because if you can see that, it is actually tapered. So you gotta kind of work it in there. Just get it in there. You know, it's flexible. My fingers are going to be in the way. At least you don't have to worry about a spring or something. There you go, and then these guys just fit on top. All good. They weren't lubricated from the factory. I don't know if I'll put some Vaseline on there or not. So I don't know what the R value for the finish is on there, so I'm not going to get anything harsh on there and scrub off all that discoloration. I might put some Vaseline on there. Of course, that's going to go away pretty quickly. I don't know. I have some O steel wool. I just really don't want to ruin the finish on there. Now let's see how it goes. Alright, some O steel wool wasn't bad. So I did that, and notice they're in different positions. You can just pull the cord on the engine and that'll allow you to move them in and out if you need to get up to the top there. Alright, reassembly. Let's see if I can fit this on here. Alright, let's see how many times I bumped the camera. Because that's going to be in the way, right? There we go. And we'll get our 3 bolts started. Alright, started all 3 by hand. And then I'll zip them on there with the wrench. Wrench makes a lot of noise on the video. We should be good to go. Leak test. Okay, let's begin with test number 1. I'm going to move the lever to begin the water flow, and we'll just do a static check to see if anything drips out. Alright, looks like I was zoomed in too tight to show that I ran the sprayer without a nozzle in it and drizzled it on the ground just to show water flow coming out of it, but that's okay. The main thing was no leaks. Put a little bit of gas in it. Let's fire it up and try again. Hopefully I can remember the angle of this shot so I can get it in there. Okay, I don't know why it bogs down when I shut off the water. It didn't do that before. I mean, it's been doing it lately before I even decided to fix the pump head. But anyway, like I said, going electric anyway, so at least it's running and not leaking for now. Thank you for watching.